It is a whole new world at Sea Life Park because their green sea turtle breeding program is unlike any other in the entire United States. Their whole new habitat is all about conservation and education. And here to help explain this amazing program is Sea Life Park's Freddie Velasquez and Christina Leos and some of their little friends making their big TV debut. All right, so Freddie, what can you tell us about these little Honu hatchlings and about the program in general?
Well, these guys were born right at the park. They're only a few weeks old. Sea Life Park is fortunate enough to have the only captive breeding colony in the United States. And since the start of the breeding colony in the 70s, Sea Life Park has been able to release about 16,000 hatchlings back into the wild. But more importantly, the little batch that we do keep, they work as educational, for educational purposes and are Honu ambassadors for around the Hawaiian Islands.
Now, this program has been going on since the 70s, I read. So what have you guys learned from the program and how it can help future Honu habitats and Honus?
Well, from what we learned from our hatchlings is when they're this size, their survival rate's about 1 in 1,000. Now, for the larger turtles that we release at about a 2-year mark, when their carapace reaches a certain length, their survival rate dramatically increases. But besides predation, the biggest, probably the most important problem out there they're reaching is pollutants and toxins.
Oh, wow.
So their shell actually accumulates toxins, and so a recent study, they found they used our turtles as a baseline, as a healthy turtles. Because our turtles are so controlled with a healthy diet, they were able to look at what a healthy turtle should look like, and what they found is that turtles out in the wild are accumulating a lot more toxins in their shells, such as lead.
Oh, wow. So, Christina, you're talking about people at home are looking at the Honus and going, how can I learn about this? Are there any programs? Because Sea Life Park offers an amazing program.
Yeah, I mean, the park is actually a great place to learn about turtles from every age. As you can see, we have hatchlings, we have the juveniles, the adults that you could come see. So for both Kama'aina and visitors to Hawaii, they could come, they could see the different, not only the different sizes and ages, but they can be able to interact with them, they could feed them, they can learn about how turtles play a role in the ecosystem through our daily Reef Rangers Kids Conservation Club program. So if, you know, kids love to join clubs and be a part of that, they get a little honorary pin once they finish that club every day. So there's so many ways to kind of get involved. Not only does the park, their education program, go out into the schools and bring some of the Honu to the students and kind of do the outreach programs there in the schools, but we also have an upcoming turtle camp program. So we've developed all kinds of different classes, including camps, where students, high school students all over the mainland can come to Hawaii, learn about our Honu here and the role they play and how to protect them and take care of them so that they are around for future generations.
Christina Leos, Freddie Velasquez, thank you so much for stopping by and educating our viewers. Of course, for more information on the programs, educational purposes, just log on to KHON2.com for more information. All right, coming up next.